when it comes to training, most of the advice that people say is that you just have to go and train and don't care about anything. But in reality, most people like, of course, care about that. But like the fun part is that even though if you care, I don't think that you have the cognitive capacity to actually be able to care about that thing. And so when I started training, it was literally because a friend of mine introduced me to the park, right? And because he ended up doing that, I ended up like getting part addicted to it, and yeah, I ended up like improving my discipline. Cool, but like I couldn't be efficient at my training, or at least decent, like have a decent efficiency at my results, because I didn't have any money. I couldn't afford any diet. I couldn't afford any. Um, I couldn't literally afford anything. I couldn't afford like even calisthenics equipment, calisthenic gear. Like I couldn't, right? And so because of this, most people believe that they actually have to like be really efficient. And in reality, I think that you just have to build up the habit by just going there, even if you can't really, if you don't even have the diet that you need, it doesn't matter because literally, like honestly, you build the habit, and then when you have the diet, and then when you have the money to buy the diet that you want, then basically that's you already have the habit, and so it will be 10 times easier, which is basically what happened to me after 3 to 4 years of training. I finally had the money to um, buy a decent diet, and so I already was training like every fucking day, even though I didn't have a good diet. And so, yeah. The second thing is that if you do this, if you build up the habit, your body will adapt to the nutrients that you give your body. And so, because of this, you're probably going to be more or less like me 6 months before. So, I was weighing 58 kilograms of literally pure fucking muscle, and I was able to even like lift 105 kilos in bench press. So even if you're pretty small, you will have really good strength, even if you don't have the money to have a good diet, right? I was training fucking literally every day. I was training to be efficient at my study, not to hypertrophy, not to literally hypertrophy, right? Right now, I do both. I do training for to better improve my study and my productivity, but I also do training to improve my body, right? To improve the inconsistencies in my body, to improve my weight, yeah, all of those things, right? But yeah, like I think that you honestly just have to start, even though like you don't have anything saying to you that you should start, even though this is not the perfect time to start. You should always start, which is honestly pretty, let's be honest, pretty cliche advice. But most of the time, you just honestly have to hear again that fucking cliche advice, because honestly, like you don't even hear it. Like, even if you're telling to Gemini that you're going to be starting in 3 months to train, and Gemini saying to you, okay, like take your time, like all of that shit, bro. Like that shit doesn't fucking work. Let's be honest. And so yeah, if my story was useful to you, I hope that it was useful. Then you'll be able to notice that, oh, well, this guy didn't have any money. This guy is living in Venezuela. This guy probably had some problems when it comes to like actually helping his family to eat. You will probably notice that, okay, maybe I don't actually have, maybe I'm actually not as bad as he thought. And something that you will notice too is that you probably need so much less things that you need in reality. If you don't have money, you go to calisthenics. If you have at least $20 to $30 a month, you can go to a gym. Like, bro, like you have so much things that I did not have in order to actually just start training and actually improve your productivity, right? So I think that you're actually just honestly probably exaggerating most of the time. Like, you just need to fucking start. Like, bro, like, what the fuck are you waiting on, right? And when you start, don't think that you're going to be like doing listening every fucking day of the month of the gym while you train. Like actually focus on it first. Focus on actually building up the habit, not like going and trying to like do listening while passive listening while you train. Don't do that because actually it will get pretty boring and you will not want to train. And so what I would recommend to you is that okay, first go train. Don't focus on doing passive listening or some people like. Don't focus on doing some training so you study. No, focus on a type of training that you actually like. So for me, that is calisthenics. I do not like as much the gym. The only part that I like about the gym is weightlifting, not bodybuilding. So that is well, actually powerlifting. That's the only part that I like about the gym. But like, really, uh, besides that, I actually don't really like much things about the gym to be honest. And when it comes to like, um, and when it comes to like calisthenics, I can do some tricks. I can do some handstands. I can do some statics, and actually, it becomes really fun. So look for the type of training that you actually like. It doesn't really have to be calisthenics. It doesn't really have to be the gym. It doesn't really have to be jogging. It doesn't really have to be swimming. It can be whatever type of training that you want, as long as it requires physical a physical encounter on your part, right? So yeah, that's it for the video. Hope that you liked it. Wishing us. Bye.